you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Daily Grind, we're back with another installment of Rob reads you shit that you don't want to read yourself. Now, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I was not expecting to do this video. Legitimately, I was gonna go work on a review on the Wolf Sledge, but as I started scrolling down on the patch notes, I was like, holy shit, there's actually more to this than I realized. So let's go ahead and dive into Plains of Eidolon Remaster Update 24.6.0 and all of the little surprises that are scattered amongst it. So as you can see, this was posted by DE Megan just moments ago. Plains of Eidolon Remaster Update 24.6.0. Back at it again with the main lines. This update is around 2 gigabytes of eye-melting foliage, burp-inducing Thermia changes, floofs so cute your body will produce sounds you didn't know it could, and much more. Please let us know if you encounter any work in progress slips like that teal Ragornoggle. Anyway, the Plains of Eidolon Remaster. We've added a suite of improvements including updated terrain textures, dynamic lighting, richly detailed trees and foliage, as well as a more nuanced night and day cycle. Plus, with all of the technical improvements, the Plains runs smoother than ever. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at that towards the end of the video because I'm very curious to see how beautiful it actually is. Now, as you can see, we have Plains Conservation. Oh god, whoa, what is this? Does it have wings on its ass? It's a wing-ass creature. Oh, I don't like this. You can take it back. You can now track and trank animals in the Plains. Master Tasonai will be your source for echo lures and rarity boosters as you track down, capture, and get these animals to safety. Echo lures are not required as these animals continuously roam the plains, but calling them will bring them running or flying. A new conservation badge and floofs from Master Tasonai await your efforts. And these look like the floofs. These are much cuter than what we're seeing here. You can see Wingbutt over here is like a lot more appealing, okay? Then we have the Murgu, an avian of ridiculous appearance found along the coastal regions and large bodies of water. Murgu circle and squawk at the sight of marine predators. Many an Ostron fisher owes their life to these odd little birds. Killing one is considered very bad luck. I wonder why they specifically pointed that out. I wonder if it will do something. I don't know. Oh! New Kawaka and Kondrak variants can also be found throughout the vast Plains of Eidolon. New enemies, Tusk thumpers inbound. Reports of new Grineer machine have spread to Cetus. Bayhak has deployed Tusk thumpers, mobile defense platforms that are just as efficient as they are deadly. Be prepared to encounter 3 menacing thumpers of increasing size and difficulty. The Tusk thumper, the Tusk thumper bull, and the Tusk thumper doma. Without a vulnerability to use your advantage. That's what they wrote, okay? I'm just reading what they wrote. You'll need to identify and expose their weak spots to take them down as quickly as possible. Take too long and they'll release reinforcement drones. Interesting. And look! They have little thumper babies! Make sure to visit Nakak and get your Tusk Thumper floofs by trading in resources. There's one for each type of thumper. Collect them all. This kind of floof is just weird enough for me to go out of my way to get it because that is just odd but also kind of adorable. Now we have the PoE Cetus Economy Remaster Lite. With Fortuna's release, we applied some general economy changes based on takeaways from Cetus. Now that we've returned to Cetus and the Plains of Eidolon with a remaster, we're applying some economy remaster changes to go with the changes in an effort to apply our continued learnings. Change is the name of the game. Thank you for all of your feedback on our economies for being receptive to change. This I'm super excited about because let's read this first one. Replaced arcane blueprints with arcanes in Quill's offering, meaning that arcanes no longer need to be built. You know what that means? My ass doesn't have to fucking fish. Thank Holy Lord, Amen and Hallelujah, praise be. Replaced arcane blueprints with arcanes in Hawk's offerings, meaning that arcanes no longer need to be built. Owned Magus, Exodia, and Virtuous Arcane Blueprints have been converted into full crafted arcanes! Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels good. Added sell price to fish meat, 100 credits per unit. Selling them makes sense to add for inventory pursuits and changes to changes come for their uses. Replace bait blueprints with baits in Fisher's Hilux offering. This means that baits are no longer craftception with other fish parts and now can just be bought outright for standing. I feel a little bit better about that. There's a part of me that is kind of like, I like the blueprints because I could just make a whole ton of them without having to go back into town, but you know what? I still think it's good. Reusable bait blueprints can now be sold for 100,000 credits. Relics of a different time for some, easy credits for others. Okay. Za handles are now use fish oil instead of fish scales. Amount normalized to 50 units. Normalized fish part costs across amp part blueprints. Some had 5 rare parts, some had 2. Now there's 3 needed for all. Removed Cetus Wisp costs from operator armor blueprints. I'm sure that some of you guys will absolutely love that. However, they are replaced with Eidolon gems. Remove Cetus Wisps from Am Prism blueprints and replace them with fish parts or Eidolon gems. Remove fish scales costs from operator armor blueprints and replace them with fish parts. Reduce standing cost of Cetus Wisps in Cetus Quills offering. Fish oil can now be sold for 100 credits. Now, we actually have a new weapon, which is the Kurodo. When they go high, go low. I kind of like that. You know, hit them with a low blow. Powerful pneumatic grips and toe caps amplify every blow. 4 ways to deal twice the pain. So find the Kurodo in the market or as a Tusk thumper drop. Creator mode setting addition. This is going to be super handy for me. We have added a new option called creator mode. This exists to help players and content creators with a simple principle. No distractions, no spoilers when this is toggled on. Fortuna citizens won't reveal their secrets. The Lotus will no longer appear as purple. Operator transmissions will be voice only. Email and login screen will all be stars like the password. On-orbiter transmissions and in-mission bumpers for invasions and alerts will not appear. Fashion Frame just got a little more energetic. We got our second energy color. Okay, I have a moment. We have now added a second energy customization slot in the arsenal. This is simply a free added bonus when Forma in gear. All gear can unlock once Forma is applied. All non-Forma compatible goods, Sciendanas, etc. have this automatically. Bitch, I gotta make a video on that. Ooh, General Edition Tickler has added a Venus Bounty Trap to their second-hand wares. A true hunter keeps their tools close at hand. Added the Warframe ability videos for Hero, Korra, Octavia, and Gara in their respective arsenal abilities screen. Added out of bounds triggers to some spots where it's possible to get stuck in the Green Lab tier set. Added damage multiplier stack when previewing Saren's miasma ability. I saw the tweet about that. Added a custom icon for Nagantaka's reload speed buff. Thank you. Added Horask and Stover to the codex. Tusk and Kuva Fortress shield lancers now have a new look for their shield. Added tint to the background of certain UI screens to match the current chosen themes. Now, this is the buried debts. This is the Thermia changes, which I actually really like. Well, at least from what they sound like. We'll have to play and we'll see what happens. Players who can handle an increased challenge are now able to opt into making their Thermia fractures more difficult. We have added a method to allow players to increase difficulty and lower the overall duration needed to complete 4 fractures. Players can now expend additional coolant canisters after a harvest has begun within the first 30 seconds of starting the harvest. Each additional coolant canister spent will increase the score of the fracture by 1, max of 4. Each additional coolant canister will increase the frequency of the burps. Each additional coolant canister will increase the pinned alert for the level of the fight. Each additional coolant canister will add 50 seconds to your fracture, reducing the overall time it takes to find/complete 4 fractures. Fracture burps happen on a random timer, 5 to 15 seconds, and randomly selected from the list below. Nullifier burp. Burst of energy that creates nullifier volume around the fracture for a brief moment. Radiation status effect burp. Damage bursts with 100% radiation status effect. Rage burp increases the damage output of nearby enemies. Thermic Rachnoid spawns Thermic Rachnoids, a new Rachnoid variant with unique stats and aesthetic. Nice. Eximus burp spawns Eximus units. Enemy level burp increases the current enemy level. I'm gonna be honest with you, all of these sound good, but I know some of y'all motherfuckers out there, because y'all are assholes, cannot wait for the radiation status effect burp. Any chance you have to fuck with your team, you know you're gonna do. Be good. I'm insisting, my children, be good. Warframe in-air ability changes. This is a game changer for a lot of people, and one of the things on my just do it list for DE. As many of you are aware, Warframe has been adapting and changing up gameplay to make it smoother and much more Space Ninja in its action. Recently, we have seen the introduction of the melee rework Phase 1, which is still in progress, but as an interesting side effect, we have found that some new systems that we have introduced could potentially be applied to other game systems, and this cause ability use. Right now, there are certain powers that just cannot be cast in air. Some of those powers are easy to address, and we simply will remove the restriction. A full breakdown can be found here in the developer workshop. But, as you can see right here, before having to jump into that, we do have a list of the things that are going to be changed. So, remove cast on ground requirements for the following Warframe abilities: Trinity Well of Life, Trinity Energy Vampire, and Trinity Link. All you Trinities need to do like a dance of joy. Y'all have been waiting for this for years. This is a moment in Warframe history, I'm telling you. Frost Avalanche, Atlas Tectonics, Mag Crush, I wonder how that's gonna work. Chroma Effigy, and Loki Radial. I did not think that was gonna be on the list, but Loki Radial Disarm. We're gonna have to try that out on the planes, okay? Additionally, the following abilities require ground to activate, but can now be cast in air and do a melee-esque slam to the ground. Rhino Stomp. Ooh! Like, you just get in the air and you Rhino Stomp down. You should get extra damage for that. Anyway. Banshee Soundquake. Oberon Hollowed Ground. Ooh, that's really dunking. Korra Strangledome. Nidus Virulence. That's gonna be a weird one, but we'll see how that works. And Harrow Condemn. General weapon changes. Yeah, I told you that this hotfix has so many fucking crazy buffs to this. Whip and sword slide attacks now do the same damage with a stance equipped as without. Tatsu, kills add charges up to 5 max that release seeking projectiles, same amount as charges on slide attacks. So it's no longer the double stun or the double charge, because you have to do charge into a second charge to release them, or you have to do a part of the combo and then do another attack to release them. So now it's just on slide attacks. Okay, the Nell is now automatic. Ooh, we gonna have to revisit some of these motherfuckers. Tysis, change damage from 79 corrosive to 9 impact, 23 puncture, 17 slash, and 81 corrosive. Delivered in 3 ticks of 27 each over 2 seconds. We'll have to play with that, see how that works. Converted from charge to semi-auto. Okay, for the Ogress. Ammo pool increase from 20 to 30. Area effect increase from 6 to 7 meters. Area effect damage reduced from 600 to 400. Listen, I'm not an Ogress user. As you guys know, whenever a weapon could potentially kill me, I stay away from it, okay? So, you Ogress users, sound off in the comments below. Sonicor, reduced aimed FOV due to low range, adjusted ragdoll impulse so ragdolls don't always fly to the right. I don't use the Sonicor either. Oh my god, Wolf Slice, I literally was just about to review you, so it's nice. Added a 5 meter 200 explosion damage radial attack on recall, nice. Increased range from 1 to 1.5 meters, yep, I was noting that was kind of bullshit. Increased damage from 115 to 130, we're gonna have to play with that soon. Increased throwing projectile damage from 575 to 650. Reduced the collision width of the known projectile from 0.6 to 0.2 because there were some issues that was happening. Increased the speed of the throwing animations. I'm so glad I didn't do that video yet. Signature weapon changes. Having a signature weapon now actually benefits you. There are still a few signature weapons that will receive this treatment: Scourge, Hystrix, etc. Wow, there's a lot! Okay. Nell has now a 2-round mag when wielded by Harrow. Okay. Tenora, headshot kills with alt fire now have a 20% chance to instantly refill magazine when wielded by Octavia. Pandero, headshot kills with alt fire increase reload speed by 20% when wielded by Octavia. Okay, they're in. They're going in. Nagantaka, 1 meter and 8 punch through when wielded by Garuda. Fusali, increased projectile speed when wielded by Gara. Volnus, additional radial slam damage when wielded by Gara. Ooh, Gara's getting a lot of love. Astilla, additional 80 ammo pool when wielded by Gara. Phantasma has a 15 magazine when wielded by Revenant. Tekko, additional 6% status when wielded by Atlas. And Tatsu, charge cap is 9 when wielded by Revenant. D's doing some shit. The wolf and other stalker type enemies now have a level cap of 45 for solo players and 60 for public squads. Significantly reduced the wolf's tankiness. I didn't think that the wolf had an issue with tankiness, if I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was able to solo him with a Neja that had 4 different dragon keys on him at the same fucking time, I don't think he's that tough. 4 different dragon keys. Same time, soloed. I'm saying, doesn't seem that tough to me. Anyway, moving on. Nightwave changes. All of the Wolf of Saturn 6 Nightwave episodes can now be viewed by selecting Tune In on the Nightwave screen. Okay, all of the Wolf of Saturn 6 episodes. Okay, I'm excited. We need to make a video on that too. Alright, so there seems to be a lot of changes. I don't think matchmaking for the Exploiter Orb can now be done by visiting Yutiko in Little Duck's room. Very happy about that. Hildren is no longer restricted to move at walking speed when charging Balefire. So many people have been asking for it. Geez, I thought that this was just going to be stupid. If there's anything stupid, we just going to skip it. But Chess's new retrieve functionality can no longer stack with Desecrate and other looting augments. This was creating some unintended double dips from a single corpse. The dead can only give so much. That's sad. Atlas's passive now prevents him from being affected by abilities and weapons that push or pull, e.g. Terra, Embater, and Moa mines, okay? Restored the ability to have Baruch's Desert Wing Slam pull enemies instead of pushing them by holding block aim key. What this update is just like a win of all of like the little things. Like sometimes, DE, I'm like, not in the mood. But you know what, today, bring it in. It's a good day. Hydroid's water textures have been updated to reflect fancy new tech introduced with the Plains of Eidolon remaster. Ooh, increase the speed of Rhino's stomp start animation slightly. And let's see, killing enemies with operator abilities, Void Blast, Void Dash, will now grant the kill affinity to the equipped amp when possible. Good. Change operator Void Dash to no longer stop dashing when passing through allies and objects, and bullets can pass through, i.e. foliage. Okay. Typing an item name. Okay, I think that all of this is going to be kind of meh. I think we're good. Catch Moon's projectile will now only collide with world geometry at the center of hits. And I think that's going to be all of the ones that are going to be of any kind of like thing. I'm looking through it real quick just to make sure. If you guys want, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below so that you guys can go ahead and take a look at it too. Here's a little thing. Improve the left hand position for the Opticore and the Archoplasmor so it does not look like you're breaking your arm. Definitely happy about that one. Again, let's see if there's anything else. Fixes. Oh god, there's a bunch of fixes. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and wow, there's a lot of fixes. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and jump in game. Take a look at the planes real quick. Slap on our Loki. Do a little radial disarm. Maybe a little stomp. I want to see how the Rhino stomp looks in air. So give me one quick second. We're gonna go ahead and jump on into the planes and see how beautiful and wonderful it is. Okay, so it's currently night out in the plains, so we can't see how beautiful and wonderful it is, but I got a great idea. We're going to go ahead and jump into Captura, but before we do, what I'm going to do is add in a secondary color to my Loki's energy. Now, of course, this isn't going to be the permanent energy color. I just want to see how this turns out. So let's go ahead and jump into the Captura for the plains. There you go. And then let's go ahead and take a look at how it looks during the night and during the day, and then we'll be able to swap into like Rhino and all of the other ones because I'm curious to see how Nidus is gonna be. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, it's looking kind of dreary right now, so let's go ahead and change. Let me knock down that grain, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the different times of day. Okay, we're not gonna fuck with anything else. We're gonna turn off the rain because we want it to be nice and pretty. I feel like the textures even here, you can already tell that it looks better. Ooh, I'm liking it. Let's look at this tree real quick. Okay, the trees are looking good. Sexy, 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 sexy. I'm into it now for the moment. Y'all have seen Radial Disarm a million times before, but it's a thing. I can cast it in the air. Fantastic. But I don't think maybe the mix of energy colors isn't as good. Maybe we'll play around with the mix of energy colors Okay. Okay, see that extra little sparkle? Okay, I see that. What about invisibility? Does it do anything? Yeah, it kind of adds... I mean, maybe the blue's a little too light. It looks a little, you know, semen-y. More semen-y than I assumed, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and go back into the arsenal. We'll get out Rhino, and I want to see at least Nidus too at the same time, because I want to see exactly how Virulence works, because Virulence is just like a really weird one. Let's move on to another area of the plains just to kind of get a nice little visual going on. I'm sorry for everybody who hates my key tapping. Unfortunately, number one, I like the sound of my key tapping. I feel like it's intense. I feel like it's angry. It's pretty. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, Rhino Stomp. Oh! That was dope! Okay. I was gonna say that, you know, Rhino is kind of like Nerja's old retired grandpa, but that breathes some new life into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nidus real quick, because how you gonna have Nidus? How you gonna have Nidus? He just does a little, I mean, maybe if it's directed and it comes down, because the Rhino Stomp looked good. So let's get Nidus out here. I thought that I was gonna be able to find it pretty easily on my own. All right, let's see Nidus's one. Okay, it's pretty much the same. I felt like Stomp was a little bit better, but I mean, this is what it is. At least you can do it in the air now. It'll like drag your ass to the ground. And finally, we have to finish this off with the queen, because she's been waiting for this for so motherfucking long, and I feel like all of the Trinity mains out there are gonna squeal in their pants. But let's take a look. She can cast Link in Air, which to me in my head, she should have always been able to cast Link in Air. That was never a thing that, like, it ever looked like she needed the ground for. But what about Blessing? Okay, Blessing is kind of weird. She really, like, heart thumps the air there. I find that a little bit strange, but I mean, listen, Freedom, that's all that we really wanted from Miss Trinity. You have improved a great deal. Gorgeous. And the planes look absolutely fantastic. Let's do a quick day to night little moment, and then we'll go ahead and close this out, because I have to go ahead and review that wolf sledge, and I also need to go and take a look at the new wristicles. So real quick, how do I do this again? I always forget. Like, listen, there's so many weird settings and shit that are going on. Look at the god rays coming through. Look at it's coming through her little headpiece. Look at that. Okay, little sunset moment. What is it? Oh, no. It was too much, too night, too quick. There you go. Can we just there you go. So like, take a look at that. Very beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I think Dee did a great job on this, and there's so many things that we should probably take a look at now. Regardless, that does about do it for me for now. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body in the air. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.